All right, Shalom. First thing foremost, giving all credit, all acknowledgement to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors and much respects to the men that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham to the hopefully elect. All right, I'm just out here another day, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to get into the downfall, the destruction of this place called America, which in the Bible is known as Babylon the Great. All right, get into these prophecies, man. You know, as the Lord told us, gave us strict commandment to come out here on the highways and the byways to teach, man. Today is Saturday, May 1st, 2021, the year of hastening the coming of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, we are hoping and praying that this is the year, that, amen, things really let loose. We are hoping that this is the year that Yahweh Shai, pretty much fulfills a lot of the prophecies, that hey, starting with the apostles and the elders and all the men on down for many years have been, saying. We are hoping that this is the year that a lot of these things come to pass, man, because we are patiently and eagerly waiting to get up out of this captivity being in America, all right? Because for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, what you fail to understand is America was never set up for us to be basically gods on earth, man. This place was never set up for us to get comfortable here, to get complacent, all right? It was never set up for us to settle down, and be something in the society. This place was set up to be pure hell for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right. And again, because if you're in the right spirit, man, which only the elect will come in the spirit of hastening the coming of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Only the elect, to the real saints will come in that spirit. All right. Because hey, man, like it's often said, hey, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, we're tired, man. We're tired of this place. And we want to see this place be destroyed. And like I said, hopefully this is the year that, hey, majority of these prophecies, man, hey, they come to pass. Such as Revelation 13, 16, 17, and 18. All right, World War III, which these things are quickly brewing up. All right. And, that's part of the message, all right, to the nations and to the world. All right. Aside from the fact that salvation is for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right. The message of the Most High to the rest of the nations is pretty much slavery, man. Get ready to go into slavery because all these other nations have had their time to rule. All right. They've had their chance. They have their opportunity. Right. And the nation of Israel is next to rule, man. Like it says in 2 Ezra 6 and 9. All right. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, and Esau, he's reached the end of his kingdom, man. All right, and this is why you see the elect of the nation of Israel starting with the elect waking up worldwide. All right, I'm gonna see if I can find this real quick. See if I can find this real quick. Because again, man, Esau has reached the end of his kingdom. Esau has reached the end of his kingdom, all right? And the nation of Israel is next to rule, all right? I'm going to read the book of Psalms, chapter 104. And I'm going to start at verse 9. Psalms 104:9, it says, thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not again to cover the earth. All right, because pursuant to Job 9:24, all right, the earth has been given unto the hand of the wicked. All right, and this is why you see everything that's going on in this world today. All right, pretty much because the earth and all the inhabitants in it, it's in a state of mourning. All right, everything is in a state of mourning. Why is that? It's because the wicked are ruling. All right, the wicked being Esau, Edom. All right, which tells you that in Malachi, tells you that in Malachi 1 and chapter 1 verses 3 and 4. All right, Esau is the border of wickedness. All right, and he was created and set up to portray the wicked. All right, and he's accomplished exactly that. He's done his job. All right, he's fulfilled that which he needed to do. All right, you know, because again, man, this whole world is in a state of wickedness. All right, which is why Yahweh Shema Shai, which Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God. Yahweh Shai being the true name of who the world really calls Jesus. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's getting ready to bring mass judgment because of the wickedness that Esau has spewed throughout this earth. Like I said, this whole earth is in a state of wickedness. All right, which is why everyone's mourning. All the plants, all the trees, the earth itself, everything is in a state of mourning. All right, and when you read the book of Romans, I think that's the 8th chapter. Romans chapter 8. I'll start at verse 18. All right. Romans chapter 8, verse 18. It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." All right. Because what we got coming to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, because again, the message to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, all right, because the Most High does have a message to all the nations in the world, all right, you know, but all the message as a whole isn't the same, all right, because again, you see, again, the message being to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, there's hope, all right, and all we got to do is change, you know, all we got to do is repent, all we got to do is kill off the old man, all right, become a new creature, all right, you know, and trim our ways, man, you know, like the parable of the 5 foolish virgins, the five wise virgins and the 5 foolish virgins. All right, you know, the 5 wise virgins. All right, which is pretty much symbolic for pretty much the elect, man. Because again, as it's stressed, it can't be stressed enough. Only the elect are gonna wake up. Only the elect are gonna take heed and hearken to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, you know, and going back to this parable of the 5 wise virgins. Again, symbolic for the elect. All right, you know, these wise virgins, you know, they pretty much let's go to it in Matthew's, I think. So the book of Matthew chapter 25, starting at verse 1, it says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom." It says, verse 2 says, "And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. It says, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. All right. And pretty much these lamps is pretty much going into us. All right. These bodies, so to say, you know, and the oil is symbolic for this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. It says, verse 4, it says, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. All right, so you see, again, because the wise virgins, all right, the wise virgins, you know, like I said, you know, 'cause again, only the elect, man, this is pretty much who this is going into, because only the elect are going to take advantage of the opportunity that was given to them by Yahweh Shem Shai, and get this truth. All right, seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is going to be our wisdom. I mean, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to be our stability in the times when all hell breaks loose. All right, you know. But nevertheless, all right, because concerning these wise virgins or those of the elect, the saints, you know, when it's all said and done, man, they're going to be stable in those days. All right, why? Because I'm gonna read verse 4 again, Matthew 25:4. It says, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. So pretty much the wise virgins, they filled their vessels with the oil. All right, you know, they built themselves a firm foundation, you know, dealing with this truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, they took advantage of the opportunity, because this is a gift, man, from Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, if you believe in this truth, all right, this truth is a faith is a gift from Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and again, the point being that, hey, the elect, they took advantage of the gift. Like the other parable talks about how pretty much, man, this truth is like a treasure hidden in the field, you know. And you know, hey, man, when it comes down to it, not a lot of people are gonna, you know, take this truth serious, man. Which that goes into the foolish virgins. All right, you know, they didn't trim their lamps with the oil. All right, they didn't take advantage of the opportunity, the gift that was given by Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, they said to hell with it. So this is why when it comes down to it, man, hey, you know, they're just not gonna make it. All right. Verse 5, it says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. It says, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. All right. And this bridegroom, of course, is talking about Yahweh Shai. You know, because, you know, various precepts talk about how it compares the nation of Israel to a woman, all right, that's engaged or betrothed to the husbandman, which is Yahweh Shai. All right, you know, so Yahweh Shai, again, because this is symbolic, all right, you know, symbolically speaking, this is why it's a parable. All right, and like the scriptures tell you that how the Bible is full of dark sayings, the Bible is full of parables, you know, deep sayings, man. All right. You know, a lot of the stuff is not literal. Like when Yahweh Shai told the disciples how he was pretty much going to drink his blood, and stuff like that, man. The disciples thought they was talking, you know, they thought he was talking about cannibalism. You know, when it all goes into parables, dark sayings. You know, which again, because hey, in order to get these dark sayings, you have to have the gift of faith. You know, and the spirit of truth, being the spirit of Yahweh Shai, has to, you know, deal with you and give you the understanding on these things. Because again, this is all a gift from Yahweh Shai. All right. But again, you know, just speaking on the fact that this bridegroom, all right, is talking about Yahweh Shai. All right. And he's getting ready to, you know, pretty much he's getting ready to how do I say this? Pretty much he's getting ready to consummate the marriage. All right, you know, because hey, when the bridegroom meets the bride, you know, hey, that's again, it's symbolically speaking. All right, and more so talking about when Yahweh Shai comes to deliver the elect. All right, you know, because again, this whole parable of the 10 virgins, the 5 foolish virgins, and the five wise virgins. All right, the five foolish virgins, again, going into, though the pretty much the non-believers. All right, the 2/3, the rejects, the degenerates. All right, and the wise virgins, again, symbolically speaking, for the elect. Because again, man, I can't say it enough. Only the elect are going to get it. Only the elect are going to trim, their lamps and fill their vessels with this oil, with this truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Only the elect are going to, trim their lamps. But so yeah, man, pretty much, you can pretty much, read on down. Matthew, the 25th chapter, talks about the 10 virgins, the 5 foolish and the 5 wise. All right. Basically, because I'm going back to Romans 8, because I was making a point. All right. Romans 8:18, it says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." All right. Because again, only the going back to the 5 wise virgins. All right. Amen. Like I said, only the elect are going to have that spirit on them of pretty much seeing this place be destroyed. All right, because like I said, man, this place, man, America, this place is long overdue for judgment, man. This place has to be destroyed. Esau has to be taken out of power. Which is what I read in what was that in Psalms? I'll probably go back to that. All right, but basically, where what I just read in Psalms. All right, basically the bounds that the Lord set, that they can't pass that boundary that Yahweh Shai set up. Because Esau is going to do everything in his power to extend his kingdom. All right. Because like I said, one of the major one of the major ways, one of the major signifiers that Esau is getting ready to be taken out of power is the fact that the 5 foolish virgins, again, going into the elect, all right, are waking up around the world. That's one of the major signifiers that Esau is getting ready to be taken out of power. Because, hey, man, the scriptures talk about how when the elect are sealed. All right, let me get that real quick. In Revelation 7, all right, which, me personally, I do believe that, hey, the elect are already sealed, and this is why things are happening at a fast rate, man. Things are picking up, because I'm one to, some brothers, they're on the side of that the elect could be sealed already. It's just a matter of the refining process. The Lord is purifying them, and of course, there's some brothers, there's nothing wrong to speculate, because some brothers, they don't think that the elect are sealed as of just yet, but like I said, there's nothing wrong to speculate, but just the way that things are moving so quickly, all right, that, hey, man, like I said, myself included, I tend to believe, I'm on the side of believing that, hey, the elect are sealed, man. They could possibly be sealed already, because when you're reading in Revelation, the 7th chapter, it says, Revelation 7:1, it says, "And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree." And again, when you go through the different precepts and the breakdowns and things of that nature, all right, that the wind basically is going into destruction, all right, and even more so those ICBM missiles that are getting ready to get shut off. They will be shut off with World War III, at the height of World War III, which again, is one of the major signs, one of the major prophecies, we ought to be on the lookout for and praying and hastening that Yahweh Shai, hey, he brings World War III, man. Because again, it's going to be in the midst, the height of World War III, the climax of this movie that we're in, all right? The grand scheme of things, the end game, all right? It's in the midst of World War III, man. That's when the elect are going to get their deliverance, all right? Going back to what I'm going to go back to in Romans the 8th chapter, all right? But going back to this Revelation 7:1, it says, "And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth." And again, the wind being symbolic of that destruction. Real quick, let me see if I can find this real quick. If not, then I'll just move it along. All right, so yeah, because I'm not gonna waste, I don't want to waste too much time um looking for it, kind of just want to keep it going through the spirit. But basically, man, it's because I know it's in Jeremiah 50, chapter 50 or chapter 51. But basically, man, where it talks about because basically, man, America it compares America to a threshing floor. All right, being that this place is going to be utterly burnt with fire. All right, and the scriptures talk about it compares it to. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. Do the word search. That's in Jeremiah chapter 51. I'll start at verse 1. It says, well, actually, this was it. The Wada Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 51 in verse 1, it says, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind. All right. Again, that wind, all right, the destroying wind, again, talking about those ICBM missiles that are going to rock this place, man. It's going to completely obliterate this place. All right. America is going to completely be turned into a lake of fire. And then after that, when the dust settles, America is going to be a complete desert. All right. But nevertheless, this is that destroying wind, those ICBM missiles. All right. Verse 2, it says, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. All right. I'm gonna read verse 3 just to, more so prove the point more that this wind, this destroying wind, is talking about ICBM missiles. It's talking about because there will be a nuclear fallout, and this is why a lot of people are afraid. When it comes to World War III and all this tension that's going on with Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan, so on and so forth, people are afraid because they know if we get into another world war, it's going to be a nuclear fallout. People know this, and this is why they're afraid of it. All right. But verse 3 says, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his bragandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. All right, because the scriptures often talk about the scriptures often it often compares those ICBM missiles as arrows. All right, like an arrow, that's being shot forth out of the bow, like a bow and arrow. That's often what the scriptures refer to those ICBM missiles. All right, like a bow and arrow. Again, the arrows being those missiles. The bows, being pretty much being those the silos that they're going to come out of. All right. When you go to I'm gonna go to Second Esdras. I think that's gotta look for this real quick. Because just like a bow and arrow, man, once you shoot that arrow from its bow, all right, there's no coming back. All right, you can't call that arrow back. All right, and just like when it's the same when those ICBM missiles get shot forth out of those silos. All right, they're not gonna come back, man. Once those missiles are shot forth, all right, there's no coming back. Hallelujah. Because there's another scripture that talks about how concerning these missiles, man. All right, that's a plague of Yahweh Shem Shai. And like it says, well, I'm looking for it. All right. Once the Lord sends this plague out, all right, hey, it's not coming back. You know. Second Ezra chapter 16. I'll start at verse. I'll start at verse 37. Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 37. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack." All right, and like I said, these because hey man, Yahweh Shem Shai is getting ready to let loose on all these plagues. You know, the last street teaching. You know, I read a few verses in Second Ezra 15 chapter. You know, pretty much going into how America, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, all right, focusing on the Egypt aspect, you know, because America is spiritually called Egypt, all right. And when you read that Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, you know, starting at the first verse, and you read on down, it talks about how Yahweh Shem Shai is going to bring the plagues on Egypt as before. All right, you know, and again, the point being that hey, these plagues, man, Yahweh Shem Shai is getting ready to let loose on this place of America. All right, modern day Egypt. He's getting ready to unleash some shit out here that we've never seen before, man. And again, part of the plagues of Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, are those ICBM missiles, you know. So reading in 2 Ezra 16 and 37 again, it says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack." All right, because hey man, you know, hey, these prophecies have been taught for many years. Like I said before, you know, they've been taught for many years, you know, and you know, a lot of people fall out because you know they don't see they don't see these things really coming to pass like that, so to say. So a lot of people end up falling out. You know, they count the let me get that, man. They count the plagues of Yahweh Shem Shai. Let me just get it. Because these things aren't happening when we want them to. All right, that doesn't mean the Lord is a liar. You know, but like I said before, man, we're not on, or excuse me, the Lord isn't on our program. All right, we're on His program. Things are going to happen according to His timeline and when He said they were going to happen. All right, so when we talk about all these, you know, these prophecies, the martial law, and all these other stuff, man. All right, it's not going to happen. You know, again, it's not going to happen on our time. All right, but I'm gonna read this in 2 Peter chapter 3 and I'm gonna read verse 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse I'll start at verse 3. It says, "Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust." All right, because we're in a land, America, man, this is the most prideful nation on the planet. All right, America teaches its citizens how to be prideful, man. Everything is about your, you know, oneself. You know, everything is all about me, me, me. This is what America teaches, and this is why, you know, it tells you in 2 Ezra 15 or 16, because of the pride of these cities, they're going to be brought to desolation, man. The Lord's going to waste this place, you know, because this place is so proudful. All right, you know, and with that being said, man, hey, man, people, they want to do what they want to do, man. That's why I said here, man, it said walking after their own lust. All right, people are coming up with all type of doctrines, you know, because they want to portray themselves as the Messiah. They want to portray themselves as the anointed, you know, the Holy One, so on and so forth, man. You know, when hey, that's not the way to go, man. All right, but nevertheless, this is what, you know, this is what we're gonna have in these last days. You know, people walking after their own lusts, scoffers, people that talk shit. Because like I said, you know, hey, this message has been going out for many years. All right, and with that being said, because the end hasn't come yet, you know, hey, you got a lot of people, hey man, y'all been saying that same shit for so long, man. Ain't shit gonna happen, and people selling it Jake settles it in their mind that, hey man, shit ain't gonna happen. Not in this lifetime, at least. You know, people don't think that we are going to witness the second coming of Yahweh Shai. All right, in this lifetime. All right, when hey, I'm gonna tell you that, hey, if you live out your full life, all right, because I'm gonna tell you, man, the second coming of Yahweh Shai is not gonna be it's not gonna be 20 years from now, 50 years, 100,000 years. No, man. All right, we are definitely at the end. All right, which goes back to what I said, and you know, what I mentioned. Because faith is a gift, man. All right, and only those with the gift of faith can see that, hey, man, we don't have much longer. We are definitely in the end. All right, and it's clear, man. It's evident. All right, you know, but reading back in Second Peter chapter 3 verse 3, it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? So you see, you know, these scoffers talking shit. All right, y'all been talking about the second coming of Yahweh Shai for so long. Y'all said he was going to come in the year 2000, you know, so on and so forth. So people talk shit, man, because we've been saying the same things for so long, and it just seems like nothing's happening, man. You know, and here it is, Esau, man, he put the false illusion, you know, that, hey, America's going to get back, man. America's going to build back stronger and better, so on and so forth, right? When, like I said, man, that's a false illusion, because this place is done for. You know, this place is being ripened for the second coming of Yahweh Shai. This place is being ripened for the destruction by way of those ICBM missiles, all right? You know, as well as the fire, the concentrated fire that's going to be coming out of those chariots, all right? This is what this place is being ripened up for. And again, you know, because only those with the spirit, you know, the gift of faith can see these things, man. America's not coming back, man. America is not going back to normal. All right, this place is done. And again, only those in the right spirit, which are those of the elect to the saints, only they are going to be the individuals that are in this right spirit, because we don't want this place to go back to normal. We don't want this place to, you know, build back better. We don't want this place to bounce back. We want to see this place be destroyed. Because again, man, this place has been nothing but hell for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know? But verse 4 again, it says, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. All right? So pretty much, man, hey, you know, in the eyes of these simple Babylonians, life is just going on, man. Like I said, they're under that false illusion that things are going to get better. You know, here it is. Society is starting to, you know, slowly but surely, things are opening back up. All right. Now they're saying that, you know, for people that have taken the thingy thing, right, they don't have to wear the mask and stuff like that, man. All right. You know, when, hey, man, hey, all right. Hey, like the scripture say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction. All right, when this destruction comes, man, it's going to catch you simple Babylonians completely off guard, man. All right, you know, and then when that day comes, you know, and when you try to seek the prophets, all right, you know, that tried to warn you, you know, for so long, all right, it's going to be too late, man. You know, it's going to be too late, you know. But nevertheless, man, this is the mindset, you know, for the most part of these simple Babylonians, man. They're in a completely wrong spirit, man. All right. And like I said, they don't think that the second coming of Yahweh Shai is going to take place in this lifetime. All right. But that's far from the case, man. We are clearly in the end of things, man. This is clearly the end. We are clearly at the end of Esau's reign. All right. His kingdom is going down. But reading on, it says, verse 5, for this they willingly are ignorant. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. All right. It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So, yeah, man. Because like I said, man, you know, hey, America is reaching an all-time high in wickedness, and Yahweh Shem Shai is allowing that to happen. All right, he's preserving his place for judgment. All right, by way of ICBM missiles, man. The fire that's going to be coming from those missiles, man. All right, I'm gonna read that again. Verse 7, it says, "But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire." All right, because again, what's one of the plagues? Going back to what I was going to read in 2nd Ezra 16. All right, one of the plagues of Yahweh Shem Shai is those ICBM missiles, man. All right, that's one of the plagues. That is a part of the Lord's army. All right, those ICBM missiles. That is going to be the ultimate judgment for this place of America and all those that get left behind. All right, because like I said, in the midst of World War III, when those ICBM missiles are shot out, man, that's when the Lord. This is going to be a simultaneous event. All right, as those ICBM missiles are being shot off, Yahweh Shai is going to make his return and he's going to deliver his elect. All right, and all those that get left here, man, hey, like you read in, I think that's Zechariah 14, where it talks about how, hey, man, people basically, they're going to be dying horrible, painful deaths. People's internal organs are going to be melting. People are going to be melting from the inside out, man. It's going to be a very terrible day. And that's for those people that are left here, all right? Those that aren't getting beamed up in the chariots, those that are left here, all right, when this is taking place. Because again, this is going to be a simultaneous event. As those ICBM missiles are getting shot forth, all right, which those are the plagues that are, going to get sent out. And once they get sent out, they're not coming back. All right, But as that's going down, that's when Yahweh Shai is going to make his return and he's going to deliver his elect. The elect, man, that's going to basically be the new Passover, man. Because again, as those missiles are coming down, the elect are going to get beamed up. They're going to pass over the chariots. As the chariots are coming, as the missiles are coming down, the elect that are getting beamed up, they're going to literally pass over the chariots. And that's pretty much going to be the new Passover event, man. Because, hey, the deliverance, the second coming, this deliverance that's getting ready to take place is going to far outdo the deliverance in ancient Egypt. All right? Because, hey, that was an event that, hey, people still talk about to this day. Talking about the deliverance in ancient Egypt. All right? People still talk about that event today. All right? But this deliverance, all right, it's gonna far outdo the ancient Egypt. All right? The deliverance that took place in ancient Egypt. All right? And we're just hoping that hey, man, we're preserved through all this, man. Because again, knowing the fear and the terror of Yahweh Shem Shai, we don't want no smoke with Yahweh Shem Shai, man. We don't want no smoke with Yahweh Shai when he makes his return. All right, because hey, man, when Yahweh Shai shows up, and hey, he's going to give all those that want the smoke, he's going to give it to them. And again, man, that's not going to be a fight that you want with Yahweh Shai. But nevertheless, this is this is why this place. Again, it just seems like life is going on. Things are just going on. Business as usual or whatever the case may be. But Yahweh Shem Shai is allowing this place to continue to grow in wickedness because he's preserving this place for fiery judgment. All right. And this is why it just seems like, hey, things are going on, things are happening, and it just seems like, hey, man, the Lord is just, he's not coming, man. That's what it seems like, but hey, man, don't be deceived, all right? Because again, like I said, we are not, Yahweh Shem Shai isn't on our program. We're on the Lord's program, and we just have to wait these things out, let things play out, all right? But soon, man, very soon, and like I said, going back to what I mentioned, the year of 2021, all right, this is the year of hastening the second coming of Yahweh Shai. We are hoping and praying that this is the year, all right, that the Lord makes good on his word, his promise, all right, because, hey, the Lord did promise us these things. And reading, reading here in Second Peter's, all right, people think that the Lord is slack concerning his promise, which I'm going to get to that point. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 2 Peter chapter 2 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8, it says, "But beloved," all right, and again, because when you go through the different precepts and understanding, all right, oftentimes the elect, they're referred to as the beloved, all right, because this is a message, concerning those of the elect, to the beloved of Yahweh Shem Shai. Those are the elect, the beloved of the Lord. All right, those of the elect. All right, because again, man, I keep saying it, I can't stress it enough. Only the elect are going to wake up. Only the elect are going to come around. You know, only the elect are going to take heed to this message of repenting, man, changing your ways, trimming your lamps, all right, filling your vessels with this oil, man. Only the elect are going to get this, man. And this is who this message is for. All right, because, hey, all Israel is not going to get it. You know, all Israel is not accepted on this side. All Israel, you know, hey, man, all, like the prophecy states, 2/3 of Israel is not going to make it. 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed. You know, and that's just, hey, that's just, again, this is the program of Yahweh Shemel Shai. This is how he written the movie out, man. This is his blueprint. This is how he, you know, this is how he planned it out. You know, but the message to the elect, man, to the beloved, all right, 2 Peter 3:8, again, it says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. All right, because again, you know, hey, like I said, you know, hey, when it comes to the time frame on which Yahweh Shemel Shai works, it's completely different from ours. So you see what it just read here, what it just said here. I'm gonna read verse 8 again. It says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So you see, one day with the Heavenly Father is 1,000 years here on this earth. All right, 1,000 years on this earth is one day with the Heavenly Father. All right, like going back to the book of Genesis. All right, when it talks about how on the first day, you know, what it said, God created the heavens and the earth. You know, roughly paraphrasing it, it wasn't literally talking about it wasn't literally talking about a 24-hour you know, period. You know, it was 1,000-year period. You know, 1,000 years, the Lord created this. You know, a 1,000-year period, which was the second day. All right, which was the next 1,000-year period, which was the second day. The Lord created this. All right, you know, the third day, which was another 1,000-year period, the Lord created this, and so on and so forth. All right, but just showing that the time frame of Yahweh Shemel Shai is different from how, you know, our time frame, man. You know, because see, on this earth, man, we're bound by time, so to say. But you see, the Lord is not bound by time. His time frame, how he operates on his time frame is completely different. You know, so that's why, again, you know, this is why, hey, the Lord told us to pretty much, hey, man, don't be deceived, man. You know, because like I said, you know, hey, it seems like things are just going by day to day. You know, nothing's going on. You know, it seems like the Lord is slack concerning his promise. It seems like the Lord is not going to fulfill that which he said he was going to do. All right, but again, you know, hey, to the beloved, to the elect of Yahweh Shemel Shai, hey, don't be deceived, man. You know, because again, everything works out, you know, on the time frame of Yahweh Shemel Shai. We just gotta wait things out. All right, let the word of the Lord play out. You know, and eventually, man, things will happen, man. All the prophecies or the warnings, you know, everything that we've been saying, man, it's gonna happen. We just gotta wait. This is why the scripture is saying, being faithful unto death. All right, you know, because, hey, man, you know, I would be a liar if I said that, hey, man, you know, hey, some days come where it's just like, well, shit, man, you know, when is the Lord gonna act, man? I would be a liar if I said that, hey, man, you know, sometimes, man, you get a little impatient, man. You know, you get a little bit impatient with Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know, of course, you gotta quickly, you know, correct yourself and whatnot. But hey, man, I would be a liar if it doesn't, you know, if I said that it doesn't get like that sometimes, man. You know, because, hey, man, a lot of these people, man, if they're not of the elect, because you got a lot of Israelites in the truth, man. You know, a lot of people calling themselves Israelites. You know, jakes that know that they're Israelites. All right, but if they're not of the elect, man, this is why a lot of these Israelites, they fall out, man. They say the hell with that, man. The Lord ain't coming back, man. The Lord is slack concerning this promise. You know, and like I said, you know, I would be a liar if I said that, hey, man, you know, hey, sometimes we don't get, myself included, you know, don't fall under that mindset of, hey, man, you know, the hell with this, man. I'm tired of doing this, man. I would be a liar if I said otherwise, because it gets like that sometimes, man. You know, because, hey, when they started opening things back up, man, you know, I did a video on this not too long ago, man. When they started when they mentioned how they were going to start opening things back up and stuff like that, man, I got discouraged. I got a little discouraged, you know, because see, stuff like that, man, it can get discouraging, you know. But hey, man, you know, hey, because the scriptures compare the time that we're in, man, as birth pains. We're in the intervals. You know, you're gonna have moments where, you know, things are popping off or whatnot, and then you're gonna have intervals where it just seems like things are, things, nothing's happening. You know, and really, man, that's a testament to your faith. What are you gonna do in that time? Are you gonna remain strong? You know, stay on fire for Yahweh Shema Shai? You're gonna be like one of these reprobates that say, man, the Lord is slack concerning His promise. But the Lord, man, He ain't, man. I'm going back in the world. You know. You know, because, hey, man, again, it goes back to your faith. You know, and ultimately, man, hey, again, the Lord, eventually, He's going to act on His word, man. He's going to, you know, do that which He said He was going to do. Because the Lord promised His elect, man, that, hey, man, He was going to do these things. He was going to speed the days up for His elect's sake. The Lord promised that He was going to do all these things. You know, but again, it's just a thing of waiting things out, man. And soon, hey, man, the Lord, He's going to move, man. Again, going back to what I keep mentioning, you know, this being the year that, you know, we're hastening the coming of Yahushua. We're hoping this is the year, man. We're closely watching, you know, concerning Revelation 13, 16, and 17. All right, you know, dealing with the implantable device, very closely paying attention to that, man. You know, because hey, once that's in full effect, hey, things are really gonna start picking up. Things are really gonna speed up, man. You think days are going by fast now? Wait until Revelation 13, 16, and 17 comes into full effect, and they mandate that thing, man. Things are really gonna pick up, you know. But reading verse 9, all right, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9, it says, "The Lord is not slack concerning His promise, as some men count slackness." So you see that again, because hey, the Lord is not a power to lie, man. It can't be stressed enough how the Lord is not a power to lie. The Lord can't lie. All right, He's bound by His word. You know, so hey, again, the time is going to come where, hey, man, the Lord, everything that He said He was going to do, He's going to do it. You know, and that's why when you read on, it says, "But is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance." All right, and it's not long suffering, man. You know, being hella patient. You know, which patience is equated to suffering. You know, we gotta endure this thing, man. Like the scripture said, man, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. You know, so we gotta endure, man. We gotta be patient. We gotta suffer. You know, and that's a part of this fight, man. That's a part of this battle. And soon, all right, again, to those that are in the right spirit of seeing this place be destroyed, man, hey, soon, hey, man, we're going to be rejoicing at the downfall of our enemies. All right. You know, again, you know, one of the main, because we're coming into the ultimate judgment. We're coming into the final judgment. All right. Which, again, you know, those plagues, which those ICBM missiles being one of those plagues, man, you know, we're patiently waiting, you know. So I'm going to go back to this in 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 37 again. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack." So you see, what did I just read in 2nd Peter's, the 3rd chapter? All right. You know, all the hell, because again, if you're in the right spirit, all right, you want to see this place. You want to see all hell break loose out here, man. You know, we want to see Yahweh Shema Shai bring all these plagues to this place, all the hell and afflictions and you know, all this, you know, destruction, man. We want to see these things ensue this place. This is what we want, you know. And again, you know, hey, the Lord is not slack concerning His promise. Everything that He said He was going to do, everything that the men, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the men of down have been saying for 30 plus years, all right, and even the prophets of old, man, all right, everything, you know, that was equated to their time, because a lot of the prophets of old, man, you know, they you know, a lot of what they were saying was, you know, for their specific times, you know, but as well as future events to unfold, because a lot of the stuff that, you know, took place in their times, a lot of what they're saying didn't actually take place. A lot of it was, you know, you know, there were things that, was equated for their time period. All right, you know, but even more so for future events, which we're living in, you know, those times. Like going back to what was that in Jeremiah 51 chapter, where it talks about let me go back to that real quick. All right, because you know when you read a lot in Jeremiah, and it talks about the like Babylon the Great becoming a desolate, you know, Babylon becoming a complete wasteland. All right. Again, you know, that was, you know, some of those prophecies. It wasn't for that time. It wasn't for Jeremiah's time. Because clearly, what's modern day Babylon? I think that's I could be wrong, but modern day Babylon, I think it's somewhere over there in the Middle East. Might be modern day Iraq or somewhere over there, but it's still inhabitable. All right, you know, there's still civil, there's still people dwelling in that land. All right, because again, the prophecy states that Babylon will become a complete desolation, a complete wasteland. You know, and again, when Jeremiah spoke these things, you know, clearly a lot of the stuff didn't happen during his time when he was prophesying, because a lot of the stuff that the prophet said of old, it was you know, what do you call it? I forgot the term for it, but basically it was a double meaning. You know, I forgot the term for it. But basically, it was some of the prophecies were for their time, but also for future events. All right, like the destruction of Babylon, which is America. All right, America is about, you know, America is modern day Babylon. All right, you know, but yeah, I'm sticking to this in 2nd Esdras 16, verse 37. Again, it says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack." So again, going back to what I read in Second Peter chapter 3. All right, and the Lord is not slack concerning His promise. Jacob's trouble is going to happen. You know, all hell is going to break loose out here, man. All right, you know, and again, part of those plagues of Yahweh Shemel Shai are those ICBM missiles. All right, that's what's going to destroy this place, man. That's what's going to completely make this place a desolate wasteland. That's what's going to turn this place into a desert. All right, you know, those the plagues. All right, you know, of Yahweh Shemel Shai, those ICBM missiles. That's one of the plagues. You know, verse 38, it says, "As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment." Because going back to what I was saying earlier, all right, you know, and like when a woman, she's in travail, she's giving birth, there's those intervals, all right, you know, those intervals of straight, you know, just pain and whatnot, you know, and then you have the intervals where, you know, just a little peace and calm and whatnot, you know, because we're in those birth pains, man. All right, we're in those birth pains. You know, like I said, you know, hey, there's a time period where things are happening, you know, protests, riots, and stuff like that, and then, you know, hey, we have those intervals where, like with what's going on today. All right, society's slowly but surely starting to open back up. You know, so on and so forth, man. You know, but nevertheless, hey, man, hey, eventually that woman, hey. When that water breaks, man, that baby's coming. All right, and you can't tell that baby to wait. All right, when that baby is due to be delivered, that baby is coming forth, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's the same way with these plagues. All right, you know, and once the Lord brings these plagues out, man, that's it. You can't tell the Lord to hold on. You know, give me more time, Lord. I'm not. No, man, you better get yourself ready now. All right, because hey, man, hey. Brothers, feel it in the air, man. You know, hey, the spiritual ark is getting ready to be sealed for good. You know, the Lord's getting ready to close the lid of this place for good, man. And you better get this truth while you can. All right? Because, hey, when Yahweh Shemel Shai says that's it, you know, and He closes His ark, that's it, man. You know, and all those that refuse to you know, going back to the 10 virgins, all those that refuse to trim their ways, all right, fill their vessels with this oil, all right, hey, you're gonna be in a bad case, man. You know, and ultimately you're gonna be left here in America as the elect are getting beamed up, you know, and provided a safe haven, safe passage over the destruction, over the plagues, all right, over those arrows, over those icy beam missiles, all right, you're going to be left here, man, to perish, you know, and it tells you that in Isaiah the 6th chapter, man, when this land becomes a complete desolate, a complete wasteland, that's when you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are going to come to the realization that, hey, man, shit, I fucked up and I should have did right, man. I should have did what I was supposed to do. That's when you're going to come to the realization. But of course, when that time comes, it's going to be too late, But reading in 2nd Ezra 16 and 39, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. See, I thought the second coming of who you call Jesus, all right, I thought the second coming of Yahushua was going to be a day of hugs, peaches, and creams, man. Because often in the scriptures, man, when you read about the day of the Lord, all right, it's often equated to grief, sorrow, mourning. Why is that? Because the second coming of our Lord, man, which, again, we are hastening, all right, we can't wait for the Lord to come. We can't wait for Yahweh Shemel to bring destruction upon his place and ultimately, show up in the massive chariot, all right, to wreak havoc. We can't wait, But aside from the truth, I thought the second coming of Yahushua was going to be a day where Yahushua, hey, man, he's giving hugs. I thought it was going to be a pleasant day. No, man. Hey, Yahushua, the scriptures talk about how, hey, when Yahushua shows up, man, he's coming pissed off. All right, Yahushua, when he shows up, man, he's coming like a what does it say, man? Like a bear bereaved of her children. And you know how the mother bears, man, you know how they get with their little cubs or whatnot, man. They don't play. And imagine taking her children out, man. Hey, man, that bear's gonna go crazy. That's when Yahushua, man, the scriptures talk about how when Yahushua shows up, he's gonna be screaming and yelling like a travailing woman. All right, again, coming in his power and his glory, man. Because in fact, this is not going to be a day of peaches and creams. This is going to be a very dreadful day. All right, a very terrible day. Even the elect, those that are beamed up in the chariots, all right, when they're looking down upon the destruction, they're going to be like, oh shit. Even the elect are going to be mortified, man. Even the elect are going to be shooken up a bit. And they're saved. They're already saved. They're already in the chariots, but they're still going to be looking down like, God damn. Because in fact, when Yahushua makes his return, man, hey, it's not going to be a pretty day, man. All right? It's going to be a lot of bloodshed, man. Dead bodies everywhere. All right? But verse 39 again, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Because I made this statement before, you got preppers, all right, doomsday preppers or whatever, all right, they're prepping, you got preppers prepping for a food shortage, prepping for a famine, all right, you got other preppers prepping for a dollar collapse, you got preppers prepping for a nuclear fallout, you got preppers prepping for a zombie apocalypse, all right, but it's not going to be one hell breaking loose, it's not going to be two hell breaking loose, it's going to be all hell breaking loose. That's what it just said here, all right, it says, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So it's going to be all hell breaking loose. It's not going to be just one thing, two things you got to worry about. It's going to be hell on all sides, on every side, man. All right. And the only way to, escape or be preserved from the destruction is if you have that hedge of protection from Yahweh Shemel Shai, which you can read about that in Ezekiel 9:4. All right. That's the only way, man. Because that's how bad it's going to get, when it comes to the calamities that Yahweh Shemel Shai is getting ready to bring upon this place, man. It's going to get so bad, man, that, hey, man, there's going to be divine interventions taking place. All right? You read about that in Daniel's. To show you how bad things are going to get, all right? It's going to get so bad that the Lord is going to have to lift up his standard, which goes into basically a way to escape, spiritual powers and stuff like that. Ways to escape, because, hey, man, we're going to be, a lot of us are going to, a lot of us are going to be put into positions where it's not going to look good for us, man. But nevertheless, Yahweh Shemel Shai, somehow, some way, he's going to provide a way for his servants to escape whatever situation, all right, we might get caught up in, all right. You know, if we're of the elect, the Lord is going to provide a way. And that's just, it boils down to faith, man. You know, because again, man, it's not going to look good for us. You know, like the scripture said, man, if it were possible, even the elect would be deceived. This should show you how bad it's going to get. All right, even the elect would get taken, but it's not possible. All right, because the Lord already ordained the elect. All right, they're already predestined. They already got the victory. All right, but when you read in Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1, it says, and at that time, all right, talking about when all hell breaks loose out here, all right, Jacob's trouble, all right, which this is going to be a time period, the worst time period on this earth, man. And it tells you that. It says, Daniel's 12 and 1, Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. All right. All right, because again, it's going to be so bad out here, man. You know, again, you're going to have Michael, the archangel stand up. All right. You know, and not only that, man, because like I said, there's going to be all type of spiritual interventions taking place on the behalf of the elect, man. You know, you're going to have angels fighting for the elect. Like I said, brothers getting spiritual powers, all type of stuff is going to be going on. Just to show you how bad it's going to get. We're going to need Yahweh Shemel Shai to lift up that standard, man, because we won't make it. You know, here is Esau. He's got all type of technology that you can't even think about, man. Esau he's got shit out here, man, that you never seen before, man. You know, and that was his blessing. You know, and you Jake's trying to bear up arms to fight against that. You're trying to offset prophecy. All right. You know, let these devils do what they got to do. All right. So that Yahweh Shemel Shai can fulfill Isaiah 59 and 19. Let Yahweh Shemel Shai do what he's got to do so that standard could be lifted up, man. You know, you Jake's trying to offset prophecy, man. And that's why you Jakes are going to be destroyed. All right. Especially you Israelites, man. Getting guns, going to the shooting range and shit. It's stupid as hell. Reading on, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble. Again, talk about Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, and at that time, thy people, Slakia. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time. All right, and again, because this time period is going to be a time period that has never been since the earth was created. All right, everything bad that has happened from Genesis all the way up until now, all right, combined, I'm talking about everything bad that has happened, whether it be individually or as a nation, all right, all that, everything bad that has happened, all right, collectively, it's not going to add up to the time period that we're coming into, Jacob's trouble. This is literally going to be the worst time on earth that the earth has ever seen. And again, going back to what I read earlier, why do you think that is? Because again, what I read earlier, Yahweh Shemel Shai is allowing the iniquities to ramp up for America to issue out this judgment. All right, the Lord is preserving His place for judgment, for fiery judgment. All right. It says, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. All right. Again, the elect. You know, because again, somehow, some way, the elect, they're going to be preserved through all the hell and all the destruction. The elect are going to be preserved, and we're just hoping to be a part of that number, man. You know, that's why the apostles and elders, you know, they say they use the term the hopeful elect. You know, because hey, man, you know, we don't know if we're of the elect, but nevertheless, you're doing this work, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Then, hey, man, you're on the right track, so to say. You know, lately, hey, man, you know, I've been seeing the 144. I see that very often. You know, other little signs in here and there. You know, brothers see all type of signs and stuff like that. You know, and it's uplifting and it's encouraging to us. You know, when I see the little signs here and there, man, it's just, you know, it lifts my spirit, because I know I'm never going to be able to do enough, man. You know, lately, I've been coming out here twice a week, man. You know, well, actually today would be 3 times I came. out here this week. But even if I came out here every day, man, and I was out here all day, every day, until the missiles came, it still wouldn't be enough, man. You know, I'm never going to be good enough. Never going to do good enough, man. You know, but nevertheless, hey, like I said, these little signs here and there, Yahweh Shai shows his men, all right? It's uplifting, man. It's encouraging to keep doing the work. You know, look at the apostles and the elders. Look at the examples that they set. Apostle Elder Tahar, he's been doing this damn nearly 35, 36 years, man. He's still out there on the highways and byways every week, you know, as well as all the other apostles and elders, man. They're still out there every week, you know. Matter of fact, what's today? Saturday. You know, majority of the camps, they're going to be out there in the highways and byways. And I'll be looking forward to you know, be edified, man, because that's what it's about, man. Edification, you know, edifying those of the elect, man, the hopeful elect, man. This is what it's all about. Like I keep saying, this message is all for the elect, all right? You know, and this is why, you know, in the beginning of the shows, man, you give a sincere Yahweh Shemel Shai Barakatham to the hopeful elect, man, to the sincere believers. Because we are definitely going to need, this is our power source, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, this is our power source. This is what we need to stay connected, man. Stay in tune, stay in the spirit. This is what we need, because this is all we have. You know, and when all this is taken away, all right, we're not going to have nothing else but what you have obtained, what you have, like the scriptures talk about, eating the roll, all right, digesting and consuming these precepts, these breakdowns, you know, so on and so forth. Because when it's all said and done, you know, when it's all taken away, this is all that we're going to have. And this is going to be the only thing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai to navigate us, all right, when it's all said and done. This is going to be all that we're going to have, man. You know, so, hey, man, you know, stay in tune with the spirit, man. Stay in tune with Yahweh Shemel Shai. Like the apostles be saying, man, prayer, man. Pray, pray, pray. We can't pray enough. We can't do enough. We'll never be good enough, you know. But nevertheless, all right, the fact that, you know, hey, man, for the most part, we have a sincere heart, man. You know, we really want to do that which is pleasing unto Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, we're trying, man. You know, and it's going to be those individuals, you know, the Lord is going to preserve, man. And again, like I keep saying, because it all goes back to the elect. Only the elect are going to come in that spirit. The elect, they're going to subject themselves to the will, the ordinances of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, you know, only the elect, man. It's all about the elect. You know, and this is who this is for. Like I keep saying, man, this is who this is for. You know, but I'm gonna read this again in Daniel 12:1. All right, it says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." All right, talking about the elect, man. All right, you know, because, hey, man, this is a sacrifice, you know, and really this is the least we can do for Yahweh Shemel Shai. It's like I keep saying, we're never going to be good enough, you know. Really, we don't, you know, when you look at it, man, we really don't deserve, you know, as far as salvation, we really don't deserve it. You know, we don't deserve anything. All right, you know, but hey, man, nevertheless, the blood of Yahweh Shai is sufficient. All right, and again, you know, only the elect are going to take the time out to, you know, take advantage of that opportunity. Like I said before, only the elect are going to take the time out to trim their ways. All right, seek Yahweh Shemel Shai while he may be found, so on and so forth. You know, and this is why, hey, they're going to be the ones to be preserved. They're going to be the ones to get saved and get beamed up in those chariots. They're going to get preserved through all the said perils. All right, these plagues. All right, when Yahweh Shemel Shai unleashes these plagues, going back to 2nd Ezra 16, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 39, it says, "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." Because you see, man, hey, we're dealing with our sorrow right now, man. All right, we're catching our hell right now. All right, you know, hey, man, you know, to the saints, man, the saints are grieved every day, man. We're tired every single day. We're fed up every day. So we're in a state of mourning now. But you see, that role is going to flip. All right. While everyone else is out here and enjoying and partying and living it up, so on and so forth, man. We're sitting here in a sorrowful state. We're in mourning. But you see, hey, when all hell breaks loose out here, hey, man, our mourning is going to be turned to joy. And these people out here that are, not taking shit serious, man, they're in that spirit of party and bullshit. All right, they're in the house of mirth. All right, and when it's all said and done, their laughter and joy is going to be turned into sorrow. So this is really who it's referring to. All right, they're going to be turned into a sorrowful state. You get that, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. It says, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart." So you see, it's better to be in the house of mourning. Which again, these saints, man, the elect, they're in the spirit of mourning, man. Why? Because we want to see this place be destroyed, man. We're vexed every single day. Had a conversation with a brother last time I was out here the other day. All right, talking about how they're trying to shove this whole, sodomite bullshit down our throats. All right, all this feminism and all this other bullshit, man. Because everything is backwards, man. Everything in this society is turned upside down. We're tired of seeing this shit. That brother, that brother, he had the right spirit on him. Because he was, basically, again, he was basically just talking about, he's basically just vexed with everything that he's seen going on, and, especially with this westernized culture, man, this westernized way of doing things. All right, like I said, feminism and all this other bullshit. All right, and that's the right spirit to be in. You ought to be vexed. You should not want to be comfortable here, man. If you are comfortable here, man, you definitely better check your spirit. All right, if you're not in that spirit of vexation, all right, if you're not grieved every single day, man, then, hey, man, you better check your spirit. And that's not to say that, hey, because there is a balance to everything, not saying that, every now and then, have a good time, enjoy some drinks or whatever, man. It's not to say that, but, in the grand scheme of things, man, we just want to see this place be destroyed. And again, if that doesn't sit right with your spirit, you better check your spirit, man. Like the scripture say, examine yourselves where you be in the faith, man. Because like I mentioned earlier, man, there's no lukewarm, there's no there's no 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of deal, man. You're either in for your Yahweh Shemel Shai or you're out. And the Lord's gonna spew you out if you're, because hey, man, the Lord knows our hearts. All right, like King David said, man, try the reins of my hearts, man. Test me, man. Because hey, I know I need to be worked on every day, man. I know I am a constant need of construction. And please, Yahweh Shemel Shai, hey, man, purify me. Whatever it is that I need to work on, let me know. Because hey, I do not want to get comfortable here. I do not want to get complacent, man. Can't sleep, man. Like the scripture say, this is high time to wake out of sleep. You don't want to fall asleep, man. Because Jake, going back to what I mentioned, man, then that spirit of peace and safety, all right, with this what's this guy's name? This cop that just got convicted for killing George Floyd, with everything that's going on, man, Jake is they have been rocked back to sleep. Jake is comfortable, all right, and hey, man, that day, like the scripture says, is going to catch them as the thief of the night. Because sudden destruction is exactly what it is, man. It's sudden. It happens out of nowhere. Because, hey, I made the point a few times, man. Hey, what happened in Texas? Hey, man, do you think they were prepared for that? They weren't prepared for what happened out there in Texas, man. They weren't ready for that. But nevertheless, that's just on a small scale. Imagine if a whole power grid goes out, man, out here. America's whole power grid, power structure goes out. You know, because they got stuff like Project Zypher. You know, you can look into that stuff like that, man. Where, hey, man, hey, like it says in Second Ezra 16, man. It talks about how, hey, man, they should be like madmen, sparing none. Hey, man, you know, the day is gonna come where, hey, these military martial law troops, man, they're gonna be kicking doors in. What do you call it? What's the word, man? Basically extracting people from their homes, especially the men of the Lord, man. They're gonna be coming after the men of the Lord. The great insurrection that's getting ready to come. Let me get that. Did I finish that? Probably. I might go back to it if the Spirit permits. But going back to Second Ezra 16, and Second Ezra chapter 16. I started verse 68. All right. Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." All right. Because what does it say in Revelation 12 and 12? All right. The devil's getting ready to come down with that great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. Why? Because I read it in what was that, in Psalms. Let me get that real quick. Go back to that before I forget. All right. So back to Psalms chapter 104 and verse 9, it says, "Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not again to cover the earth." All right. So you see again, because Yahweh Shema Shai set up a certain boundary that Esau, he can't cross. He can't go over it. You know? Because, hey, man, pretty much America has fulfilled its purpose. You know? And for the most part, man, there's really there's not much more need for America. You know? And just Esau in general, he's fulfilled his purpose, which was to be the wicked. He fulfilled that. Look at the state of the earth. All right? And all the inhabitants in it. Everything is in mourning, in a state of mourning. The people, plants, animal, the air is polluted. Everything is dying off. All right? So Esau, he's fulfilled his purpose in being the wicked. But do you think that he's going to, just willingly give up his power structure, his power seat? No. All right? Because Esau knows he's at the end of his kingdom. He knows he's done for. All right? So going back to what I quoted in Revelation 12 and 12, the devil knowing that he had but a short time, this is why he's getting ready to come down with that great wrath. Because he's going to do everything in his power to stay in power. All right? Via his blessing. All right? Which is the sword. All right? So going back to this in 2 Ezra 16 and 68, it says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." Why is that? Because Esau knows that he has but a short time. He knows he's at the end of his kingdom. All right? That's why they are tightening down on a lot of things, man. They just had Biden just did the little meeting thing or whatever. All right? And basically, man, if you look at it, the meeting that he just did, I think it was yesterday, all right, which is no coincidence, all right, because today being May 1st, all right, the Feast of Beltane, all right, or however you say it, all right, this is basically when the so-called Illuminati was established, all right, back in 1776, if I'm not mistaken, all right, so this is a time period, a lot of wickedness, man, is going down. Best believe, man, by the night, man, hey, man, they're gonna be doing all type of orgies and commit, blood sacrifices and rituals, man. Hey, man, be prepared to see some things, man. Be prepared to, if you feel kind of off, all right, if your spirit, it doesn't, if your spirit is off, man, don't be surprised, all right? Just knowing that, hey, man, Esau, man, he's summoning all type of demons and forming all type of rituals and stuff like that, man. All right, because this is that time. Brothers have spoken on it. All right, May 1st, man. This is a time where this is a very high holy day in wickedness on the left hand for Esau. You know, and pretty much Biden's speech yesterday, all right, he's pretty much, when you pretty much, man, decipher what he was saying, he's pretty much, you know, because Esau, man, they speak in code to one another and stuff like that. Esau, man, Joe Biden, he's pretty much letting the elites know that, hey, man, plans are going forward as planned, man. Things are going forward as planned, you know, because Biden's talking about infrastructure and providing these government jobs. And basically, man, they're moving forward with this new world order, man. That's basically what Joe Biden, when you're able to decipher through the spirit, that's pretty much his message he was portraying. All right, this whole new world order thing, man, it's going. Things are going forward as planned. All right, they're moving along as planned with their new world order. All right, you know, because again, Esau knows that he has but a short time. But again, do you think that Esau is going to give up his pride? No, man. Esau is, being that he's deceived by his own pride, Esau thinks that he's going to be able to defeat Yahushai and the angels, which are so-called black men, when they show up. Esau thinks that they're going to accomplish everything, you know, that their wicked minds and their wicked imaginations, their vain imaginations are set out for. Esau thinks he's going to get it, you know. But nevertheless, man, 2nd Ezra 16 and 68, it says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. All right, consuming, hey, like I said, you know, hey, the time is going to come where, hey, man, they're going to be, you know, like I mentioned, you know, kicking doors in, man, and rounding people up, shipping people off to these concentration camps and stuff like that, man. You know, America is broken up into 10 FEMA zones, which I believe it tells it out in Revelations, where it talks about the 10th part of the city that fell. All right, talking about America. All right, again, because America is broken up into 10 FEMA zones, man. You know, but you know, because it says, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. So pretty much, man, again, the devil coming down with that great wrath. All right, you know, to pretty much get you to partake in the feast of unclean meats, man. You know, and just symbolically speaking of the Revelation 13, 16, and 17, which, like I said before, man, we're closely watching that and see how that pans out. All right, because Lord's will, this is the year that they mandate that thing, man. Lord's will, this is the year for it. You know, you're starting to see it with the whole thing, the injection. You're starting to see it with that a little bit. All right. Because like I mentioned before, man, what are they talking about now? People that have taken the thing, all right? Basically, they're giving them, you know, more freedoms, so to say, all right? You know, with the whole not wearing masks and stuff like that, you know? But ultimately, man, feed you being idle, or what does it say? It says, feed you being idle with things offered unto idols, all right? Basically, man, you know, partaking in this beast system, man, all right? Talking about Revelations 13, 16, and 17, which if you take the thing, all right, you're partaking in the beast system. Wouldn't encourage you to do it. Like this guy, Joe Rogan, you know, people are mad at Joe Rogan because he told healthy people not to take it, which he wasn't lying. You know, because your worry more so should not be the virus in itself, or you should be more worried if you actually take that thing, because that's really going to mess you up, man. You know, I've been saying it, hey, man, my opinion, expect within the next few months, or maybe within the next year or whatever, expect to start seeing people really, you know, expect bodies to really start dropping out here because of the whole thing. You know, expect, you know, people to really start getting affected, man, and bodies to start dropping. You know, within the next few months, or within the next year, or whatever the case may be. All right. You know, but the goal is to get all of us to partake in this unclean, you know, this feast of unclean meats, man. You know, that's the goal for all of us. You know, to get us all partaking in this, beast system, man. And only the elect, man. Like it always goes back to the elect. Only the elect are going to not partake in it. All right, only the elect are going to say to hell with that. And this is why, hey man, this is why they're going to be kicking doors in and stuff like that. Because I was going to make the point that, hey man, going back to the blackout with Texas that happened earlier this month or this year, you know, what's to say what could happen, if a whole grid gets taken out, in all America, and there's this complete blackout, man, and then because it's nothing for Esau to attack you, when you're at your weak point, man. You got no when the people are vulnerable, because that's what Esau, he likes to feed off to the poor, right? So here it is, let's say there's a blackout, there's no electricity, no food, or none of that, and who's to say that, hey man, y'all want this and such, y'all want that, such and such. Hey, you gotta come to these FEMA camps and partake in this unclean thing, man. You gotta get this implantable device, and who's to say that, hey, it won't take place during this winter? Because like the scriptures say, pray that your flight not be in the winter, because hey man, they've been doing all these test runs, man, and whatnot. They've been doing all these test runs, all right, and whatnot, man. Hey, the real thing is coming, man. And who's to say we don't have another blackout? We don't have a blackout this winter, all right? Here it is. Esau, man, they've got, like I said before, man, they've got technology that we can't even fathom, man. We can't even think about. They got this whole, they got, with the whole HAARP, they're able to modify the weather and shit, man. Fuck with the weather and shit, man. So who's to say, man, hey, man, when it comes this winter, man, they don't, cause a blackout and cause all type of snowstorms and shit like that, man, and create these real unsafe conditions, all right, in the middle of a blackout, all right. And with that being said, man, come down with that great wrath, right, forcing people to take this, implantable device, the MOTB, the Revelation 13:6-7. Yeah, who's to say, that he's, hey, because again, this, when it comes to Esau, man, these things aren't far-fetched. Don't think it, because Esau, like they say, the devil doesn't play fair, right? Esau is the physical counterpart of Satan. All right, so Esau, he don't play fair. Like I said, he plays off of the fact that the people are in need, man. He feeds off that. He feeds off the poor. He feeds off the fatherless, all right, and the widows. He gets off on that because he's wicked. All right. And this is why, again, Esau's pissed off because, hey, he's being called out by the men of the Lord, by the prophets. He gets called out on this bullshit, and he don't like it because he's a sore loser. All right. 2 Ezra 16:69, it says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in the reproach and trodden underfoot. All right. Because if you take that thing, man, if you partake in anything of this beast system, all right, then, hey, man, you're done for, man. Esau, he's got you. He's got you. You fell for the snap or for the snare, for the trap. You fell for it. So he's got you. And ultimately, hey, like I said, when the elect, all right, because only the elect are going to conquer this beast system, those are going to be the ones to get delivered. All right. So, to those that don't make it, all right, hey, man, you're going to be left here for desolation, man. You're going to get left here, all right, for those ICB missiles, those plagues, all right, the plague, all right, the final judgment being those ICB missiles, man. You're going to be preserved for those missiles. So if you partake in the beast system, hey, man, prepare to eat a missile, man. Be prepared to be scorched with thermonuclear heat, man, fervent heat. All right. Verse 70, it says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So you see, because not only do the elites of this world, man, have it out for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, but even more so the men of the Lord, because they're the ones that are, pretty much putting all Esau's, they're pretty much the ones, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, are exposing Esau, man. The prophets are exposing Esau, man. This is why they're pissed off at the prophets. The don't think it's strange, man. You know, some false flag event, some 9/11 event, and then they blame the men of the Lord. You know, they blame the prophets because we know and understand that persecution is coming. All right, you know, and that's another thing because hey, a lot of these Israelite groups, man, they're not teaching this stuff, man. You know, this stuff is coming. Persecution against the saints is coming. You know, but nevertheless, all right, there will be an insurrection against the men of the Lord, those that fear Yahweh Shem Shai. There will be an insurrection. There will be a kicking in of doors, gathering people up. All right, families are going to be separated. All right, people are going to be executed on spot. And going back to the point that I was making earlier, who to say that hey, this stuff can't take place in the dead of winter? You know, another blackout in the dead of winter. Who's to say they can't do these things? Like I quoted, pray not that your flight be in the winter, man. All right, because hey, man, shit is a lot harder when it's extremely cold. And you know Jake don't like the cold, man. You know, and hey, man, like I said, Esau, he could use that to his advantage. You know, he could use that to his advantage. You know, again, Esau, he does not play fair. He does not fight fair. The devil does not fight fair. All right. But on verse 71, it says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So you see, hey, you know, because I just did the video yesterday, while I uploaded it today, about how, hey, man, America's military, man, a lot of them are saying to hell with that thingy thing, you know, and a lot of them are not going to be okay with a lot of the orders that they're going to be told to do, like opening fire on American civilians. All right, a lot of those America's military men, they're not going to be okay with that, and that's why a lot of them are going to get sent out to war. All right, and they're going to end up dying. All right, because that's going to be a one-way ticket. All right, and that's going to pave the way for these different foreign troops, hired mercenaries, you know, the Gurkha troops and stuff like that to come here and wreak havoc, man. Because those people, man, hey, they're not going to have no mercy, man. And that's going to be the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai on those different, you know, troops and whatnot. You know, because hey, man, they're not going to play no games with you people, especially you Jakes. They already have a disdain for you Jakes. All right, they already have a dislike for you Jakes, man. They hate you Jakes. You know, they hate Americans because they're so prideful, but even more so you Jakes. So they're really not going to play around with you when it comes to you Jakes, man. You know, like I use the example with Myanmar, man. They're conducting airstrikes on the civilians and stuff like that, man. Opening fire on protesters and stuff. That's coming here to America. You know, like I said, a lot of those military guys, man, they're not gonna be up to do that stuff, man. A lot of those guys, they're just in there for the benefits, all right, because they ain't got nothing to do, all right. So when they're told to do unethical things, they're not gonna want to do it. They're gonna defy orders and stuff like that, man. And that's why, again, they're gonna get shipped off, man. And if they're not of the elect, man, hey, they're going to get shipped out to war and they're going to die. That's going to be a one-way ticket. All right? Because, again, this World War III, man, at the height of it, hey, that's going to ensue the second coming of Yahweh Shai. All right? But, yeah, man, you know, when it comes to these insurrections and whatnot, all right, hey, man, you know, like I said, you know, for the most part, American military, it's not going to do a lot of these unethical things to its own, you know, to the citizens. That's why they're going to send these foreign troops in here, these Gurkha troops. All right, you know, that's why the scriptures talk about how women are going to get ravished, raped to death, children raped, killed for sport, all type of stuff, man. Houses getting spoiled. You know, reading verse 72, it says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." Again, you know, people getting rounded up, kicking doors in. Like I mentioned, look up Project Zypher, all right? Extracting certain individuals and stuff like that, you know, in the all, you know, late at night and stuff like that, like 4 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that, you know, coming in and kicking in doors when people are sleeping and shit, man. You know, Jake like to turn up, get high, drink, fall asleep and shit like that, all right? You know, when you're at your weak point, you know, because again, that's what Esau does, man. They'll come in when you're sleeping and shit, you know. After you just pop your woman and shit, you know, you pass out and shit, and that's when they kick them doors in. 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're all tired of shit. You got to work the next day, trying to get your sleep in. You know, probably all doped up on melatonin and shit. You know, that's when Esau, hey, Don't think it's far-fetched, because Esau, he'll do these things. All right. But nevertheless, man, when you read on in verse 73, it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So you see, because when it comes to the elect, all right, hey man, the elect, they're gonna hold firm to their faith. They're gonna stand their ground. All right, they're gonna stand their ground. All right, you know, they're gonna call on the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which a lot of these camps, man, they teach that the names aren't important. All right, you know, when again, man, like I just said here, man, in that day, man, it's gonna be made known who the men of the Lord are. It's gonna be made known who Yahweh Shem Yahushai is dealing with in that day, man. You know, but verse 74 it says, "Hear, O ye my beloved." So you see, there goes that term again, to the beloved, to the elect. All right, it says, "Saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide." So you see, because again, those that took the opportunity, all right, you know, which the elect, all right, the beloved of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, there's the ones that took the opportunity, all right, to get right. They're going to be the ones that have a firm foundation in their faith. Those are going to be the ones that their faith, man, with that unmovable faith, man, because they took the time out to build their foundation on the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right, the elect, they took advantage, and they're going to be all right somehow, some way, you know, because the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be, you know, moving and working on the behalf of the elect. Going back to what I read in Daniel 12:1. All right, spiritual intervention, spiritual powers, all type of stuff, man. Or, you know, things are going to be working out on the behalf of the elect, you know. So that's why, hey, man, when it comes to the elect, they're not going to have nothing to worry about. And it's going to be made known who the men of the Lord are. It's going to be made known who the Lord is dealing with in that day, man, during that time period. All right, but I'm gonna go back to this, man, and I'm close it out in Romans chapter 8. All right, Romans chapter 8 and verse 18. So, because this is why we just gotta hold on, man. We gotta let certain things play out and whatnot, man. Because hey, in the kingdom, all right, which is right around the corner, in the kingdom, man. All right, we're going to be looking back on all this stuff, all right, you know, and just laughing, man. Because when you read this again, Romans 8:18, it says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." So everything that we've got coming in the kingdom, man, hey, it's not going to compare to everything, all the bullshit that we have to deal with now. It's not going to amount up to, man. You know, we're going to be looking back in the kingdom like, damn, man, we get all this, and all we had to do was deal with that. And we get all this, man, damn. You know? But like I said, man, in reality, in retrospect, what we're about to receive, man, if we be of the elect, we really don't deserve it. You know, we don't deserve it, man. You know? But nevertheless, hey, man, you know, hey, what the Lord is getting ready to give us, man, it's out there. It's far-fetched, man. And the Lord can do that. All right? Being joint heirs with Yahushai. All right? Everything that Yahushai is going to get, because he's not selfish, all right? He's going to give it to his elect. He's going to give it to us, man. You know, that's that joint heirship. You know, but Romans 8 and 19, it says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High." And why is that? Because again, Esau, he has reached his kingdom, or he has reached the end of his kingdom. All right, he's reached the bound that he cannot pass. All right. He's fulfilled his purpose, which is to be the wicked, pollute the earth, destroy the earth. All right. He's accomplished that. You know, like I said, everything in this earth, man, is crying out for healing. You know, everything, even the other nations, all right, they're waiting for the manifestations. They're waiting for the Israelites, man, because it's going to be under the rulership of the Israelites, starting with the top, Yahushai. All right. It's going to be under the rulership of the Israelites. That's when everything's going to be set back in its righteous order. All right, the earth is going to be cleansed. All right, the earth is going to be healthy again. All right, you know, you're not going to have to. You're not going to hear about in the kingdom Esau kidnapping children, drinking their blood and shit. all right, raping animals, children. You're not going to hear about none of this shit in the kingdom, all right, because everything's going to be ruled in righteousness under the Israelites. And this is what the earth was waiting for, all right, you know. But nevertheless, because we're in those birth pains, man, all right, we're in those birth pains. We're getting close to that time where, hey, man, you know, hey, she's about to bring forth the child, which in this case is talking about Yahushua, the bridegroom, is getting ready to come and restore peace on this earth. All right, and this is why we are eagerly waiting for, man. We are patiently waiting for. All right, you know, like I said, man, under the Israelites,